20-3 Eagles as we welcome you to Nissan In-Game Live. That man is Ron Jaworski. I'm Michael Barkann. Let me run a quote from you from the pregame program, John.
Okay, give it to me, Michael.
Dallas is 26th in offense, 24th in points, 27th in passing. If the Eagles play with the lead, they could get worse.
I'm glad you were paying attention.
Oh, heck, when you speak right here, baby.
Note.
I mean, that is exactly what has happened. The way the Eagles play calling, not to mention their defense, which got them the ball back a couple of times. Your observations of the first half.
Well, as I said in the pregame show, you can't hide your quarterback in this league. And Cooper Rush been doing a nice job for the Dallas Cowboys, you know, the best he could under the circumstances. This defense is very good. And when you fall behind against this defense, they can kick their heels back and get after the quarterback. They are going to force mistakes. And obviously, Cooper made some mistakes. 2 interceptions, 2 outstanding plays. You can't hide your quarterback if they don't have experience. And the Cowboys never got their running game going, so they could augment his inability to move the ball in the first half. And until they scored just before the half, it bordered on humiliation for the Dallas Cowboys. They were getting their butt whipped.
Yeah, they sure was.
Yeah.
And they sure are, even with that field goal. And Cooper Rush, I'm looking at the statistics right now. He has a passer rating of 1. I don't believe I've ever seen that in the NFL for a whole half. I almost feel badly for the guy, but he plays for Dallas, so I don't.
Never, don't feel bad for him.
I don't feel
I know
bad
you were
for
just
him.
kidding, Michael.
I was. Meanwhile, Jalen Hurts has a passer rating of 102.8, 11 of 17, 111 yards, and a touchdown. And once again, he is leading this offense like a maestro. And the ground games, it's a perfect balance, Josh.
Yeah, and so much more than that. You know, the numbers are fantastic, but the way he's managed the game for the Eagles has been outstanding. You know, he doesn't turn the ball over in general, but I just like the way he ran the running game. You know, we always talk about the quarterback. We talk about their ability to read coverage, find open receivers. He's gone to another level with his way he manages the game at the line of scrimmage with the audible system. What they've done to Micah Parsons his first half is negated his strength.
Yeah.
They're running right at him with the zone reads, and they're forcing him to just freeze. And there's a guy that's 6'3", weighs 245 pounds, runs a 4.3 940. He's been invisible. That guy dominates games. He takes over games. But the Eagles, and you got to give Shane Steichen some credit here, the offensive coordinator, he's came up with a brilliant game plan to negate the speed of Micah Parsons and turn it almost into a negative. He's frozen because they're running those options at him.
I also want to give Jonathan Gannon some credit and the defensive players because they come away with a couple of picks. They score off the interceptions. They're constantly in Cooper Rush's face. I mean, there were murmurs like, you know, this guy, maybe Dak should take a little more time coming back, and he is, but Cooper Rush is just overwhelmed thanks to this Eagles defense.
Well, clearly, you know, Cooper Rush played well enough for the Cowboys to win football games. He didn't turn the football over. But I've watched the coaching tape and I watched his games. He had a big 0 for interceptions. There could have been a number of them. So he got away with some errant throws. Tonight, he's not getting away with the errant throws. In fact, I thought Bradbury should have picked off the last corner route late in the first half. It would have been 3 picks in the first half. So eventually, if you're not running the football and you depend on your quarterback to carry you and you're inexperienced, and really in this atmosphere at Lincoln Financial Field, it is really tough. It is noisy over there. That, you know, this town is geeked up right now. The Phillies winning. You know, the Flyers are 2-0. There's a lot of good things going on. I think the fans are just energizing the Philadelphia Eagles as well as the Phillies and the Flyers and hopefully the Sixers when they get going. But they're just a good feeling in its town.
Yeah, and you can feel that vibe, I would think. I mean, we can feel it over here. We're across the street. You just can feel genuinely that vibe that comes from the fans. The players feel it. We saw, I don't know, remember who it was, give the ball to Meek Mill after the interception. And so it's a symbiotic relationship.
That's a good word.
Thank
I like
you very
that.
You know, it's a yin and yang thing, man.
Can I steal that one?
You can not only steal it, you can have it. But when you look at, 20 second quarter points, first quarter nothing, third quarter, what do you got for me? Fourth quarter the same. I think they're going to get points in the second half, but this has been an issue. What are you looking for as they receive the ball in the second half?
I expect them to move the football. I mean, Dallas really had no answer for this offense. So they dominated the first half. I think Hurts has been in command. They're running the ball very well. And again, this is the best offensive line in the National Football League. they're handling a very good defense. Dallas hangs their head on defense. They didn't give up 20 points in the game all season long through the first 5 games. 19 points was the most they've given up.
Yeah.
They've given up 20 in the first half. If this offense comes out and keeps the pedal to the metal, they'll end up this game with 35 to 40 points.
I'm looking at total net yards for the Eagles, 173, for the Cowboys, 81.
Yeah.
That's
and about 40 came in those last couple plays just before the half. They were down in like 30 yards for most of the half.
Couple of notes. I just want you to answer this one for me because it was a great first half for the Eagles, but there were significant tackles for loss in the run game for the Birds. They break off a big one, and then Dallas would get in there. I don't know if it was the play went awry. The Cowboys are just that good sometimes, but I thought that's a lot of TFLs.
It's a style of defense that the Dallas Cowboys play. They're a stunting, slanting, twisting, looping style of defense. They're firing gaps. They're trying to create negative plays. Now, when you play that style of defense, you're going to give up big runs. So, there's going to be some negative plays, and you have to live with them. But one play later, you could gash that defense. So it's a style of play. It's kind of like a feast or famine. We're going to give you a negative loss, or you're going to get us for 10.
All right. Well, we will see what happens in the second half. I'm looking forward.
I know it's going to happen.
It's going
to continue.
Beat down by the Philadelphia Eagles. I just, it's sports, man.
Do I hear an airplane engine starting in here? I think Jerry Jones is getting on his jet and he's leaving at halftime.
Yes, I hope so. We'll take him to the airport right now. Reminder, when the clock hits 0 at the end of the game, Jaws, Barrett Brooks, Reuben Frank, and I will be breaking it all down. And we'll also have all of the interviews as well. Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts. No need to flush this one. It looks like it's going to be a goodie. I'll tell you that. This has been Nissan In-Game Live. We'll see you post-game live, everybody.